All right, hi guys, welcome back. I'm just gonna be talking to y'all. It's gonna be more of like a sit down type of video. But I wanted to talk to y'all, obviously, you can see by the title that I wanted to kind of go over budgeting. So budgeting can be a very not fun thing to talk about. And most people think that budgeting is scary and sounds like boring and sounds like you're not gonna have any fun and all those things. But I'm actually one of those people that really like budgeting. I like to have a plan and I like to be able to actually do what I want with my money, which kind of sounds like that's not a possibility when you're budgeting. But this video is basically just going to be about how to start a budget, and this is going to be kind of like the ideal. So this is, if you have years and years and years and years and years of credit card debt, or 8,000 bills and a super ridiculously high car payment that you made a dumb decision and got a car that you can't afford, those kinds of things. These tips basically are all going to be tips that you're going to have to implement and kind of change to cater to your situation. So take these all with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. I am learning about budgeting, but I have been doing this for 4 years now, and I started when I was 19 and I'm now 23. So I started with a book that I will link below if y'all are interested in it. It's called Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. And then the last 4 years, that's my credibility I've got, is what I've learned over the last 4 years and the mistakes I've made and just so many good things I've learned and just all in between. So tip number 1 is budgeting is not one size fits all. You are gonna have to cater things to your lifestyle, what is important to you, and what your goals are. So for example, I have loved using an Excel spreadsheet, super simple, basic. That's how I do my budget. Other people really like apps that you can download, such as Every Dollar. I know is one I've actually used before and I really liked it, but I like an Excel sheet because I like the ability to format it to how my brain just views it. It's just easier that way for me. And also for me, and me and my husband, we don't really care that much about shopping. We really don't. We don't care about shopping that much. I'm very much used to thrift shopping. That's where I like to shop anyway. And so things like that just aren't really important to us. Groceries, on the other hand, I want a fully stocked kitchen because I love to eat. So you'll just have to see what's important to you and how you want to format that. Also, some people like eating out a whole lot and some people are cool with cooking for themselves. So you'll have to figure out what's important to you and what's not important to you. Second tip is you're gonna have to do things you don't want to do. I mean, you're gonna have to. You can't get into budgeting and managing your money and then expect to do exactly everything that you've been doing your whole life, because that's what got you to this video. That's what got you to this point to watch a video about budgeting. You obviously either don't know how to manage your money or you're wanting to learn more about it, and you have to have discipline. I am really bad at discipline. I'm not a disciplined human being in any way, shape, or form. But budgeting is one of those areas where you have got to say no to yourself. You have to, or else you're never going to achieve your financial goals if you continually tell yourself, oh, just this one time, because just this one time, that adds up. So just this one time getting a coffee that was not budgeted, that over and over and over again, those rhythms and practices you have right now, you're gonna have to get rid of those. Like there are, yes, like step one said, like you're gonna want to figure out what your priorities are, what's important to you, what makes you enjoy your life, because a budget is not meant to make your life boring and you only eat ramen noodles and stare at the wall for the rest of your life. That's not what budgeting does. But at the same time, you can't eat out every single meal if you can't afford it. So just be thinking about those things and ways you can say no to yourself, because that's going to be a big part of actually implementing a budget and following through. Step 3 is figuring out how much money you make. How much money do you actually bring in every month? That can be from your normal income, any side gigs you do, any type of income you have. That you need to know. You need to know how much money you make. If you're spending over the amount of money, or if you don't know how much money you make, you're not gonna, there's nowhere to go from there. You need to know how much money you make. That leads me to tip number 4. Know how much money comes out of your bank account regularly, meaning a bill or whatever it is that comes out of your account regularly. You need to know what that is. So a way to do that, like a good practical way to know what that looks like for you, is looking at your bank statement. And for me, again, I go to an Excel sheet and I type out, this is what my income was, this is all the plus amount, plus number. I put that on there on my Excel spreadsheet that says it on my bank statement. And then I go through another column and I put everything that went negative this amount, because that's how much money came out of my account. And you see itemized what happened with your bank account within the last month, and you'll most likely be surprised on, one, how much money you actually are bringing in, because a lot of the time it's a very sobering experience to see how much money you actually bring in, and then compare it to how much money you're actually spending. I've talked to many people about this, and they're surprised by they don't understand how they have lived, basically. Like, they don't understand how they've survived, how they have been able to feed themselves, because they're spending either way, way, way over what they're making, or they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense because I'm always at $0 by the end of the month. And my savings account is always at $50. Like, there's nothing in there and I can't ever make it grow because you're overspending. So know how much money you're actually bringing in and how much money that regularly comes out of your account. So look at your bank statement, see what comes out regularly, look at the bills and all that stuff. Okay, tip number 5. Once you have recognized what your priorities are, that you're gonna have to say no to yourself, you figure out how much money you bring in, how much money comes out of your account regularly, meaning a regularly occurring bill. Once you see those numbers and you have your goals in mind, then the first thing you need to do is, after you see all of those things, after you see what's left over after your bills, what money do you have left, if anything? If you have anything, what is that? Pay yourself first. That means saving. You need to save, even if it's $5 a month. So I had someone in my life tell me a long time ago, before I ever started actually seriously budgeting, she told me, you need to save, even if it's $5 a month, even if it's $5 a paycheck, whatever it is, $1. Like, you need to be regularly putting something in that savings account, because it will develop over time and it will grow over time. But you need to practice the habit of having something go into that account and you never touching it again. So that's something you should look at. So how much money do you have left over, and what amount of that are you gonna save? What's your goals? You know, are you wanting to buy a house? Are you wanting to have $100 in your savings account because that's your goal? You know, whatever it is. You need to grow that savings account, and that starts with putting $1 a month in, or however much you can afford. So realistically, like, if you can only, like, if after your bills, you can only, if you only have $300 left of money, like, you're gonna have to realistically be like, okay, how much money can I save and still survive, like, after groceries, after gas? So keep that in mind, but those are basically the tips I have for right now. I'll do a more detailed video on like how to actually create a budget and more in depth, but these are just 5 tips to start you on that journey, start you on that having those thoughts of what can I do to actually achieve financial goals that I have. And that starts with knowing what you want and knowing what you have. Knowing what you want, meaning I have this goal, these things are my priorities, this is what makes me have fun in life, whether it's traveling or whatever that is. Know what you want, know what you have, because if you don't know what you want or you don't know what you have and you don't know both at the same time, then you're never going to achieve anything financially because you're just going through the motions every day. So hopefully this was helpful. I know I rambled and talked super fast, but if you have questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment below. If you liked this video, if you want more budgeting videos, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to get more videos. Every Tuesday and Thursday, there's new videos coming out. They're not all budgeting related, they're just lifestyle basically, but if you want more budgeting videos specifically, give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you soon. Bye.